Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message. So today we're going to talk about something that is so crazy, right? That everybody think that this is a party. This is a rite of passage. I don't know why they think it is, or a freedom type of celebration. I guess that's what they think. But I'm going to tell you the real truth behind this freedom celebration. Now, before we start, I need you to hit that like and subscribe button, right? For future content, if you feeling my page, you understand? Let's get to the nitty gritty. Now, there's a YouTuber that I follow, right? And she's amazing, okay? And I just heard her speak about divorce. And I said to myself, now, I got info on this. So let me run my mouth to my followers and see how they feel it. You understand? So here we go. When I was young, 19 years old to be exact, I got married. Marriage only lasted 3 years. Okay? And now we're going to rewind back just a little bit. The day of my marriage, right? The day I was getting wed, I sat in the car and tears rolled down my face. I was crying and everything. And don't you know, at that exact time, I had asked God, was this man my husband? And he told me no. And I was already in a dress, already at the church, and I was already too late to make a decision because all my family was there. His family was there. Okay. Now, a couple of sisters from my church said to me, talk to God. When I first got proposed to, she told me, talk to God and see what he say. But my fast tail did not do that because I was so fixated on getting married and I was pleased with this gentleman. I don't know if I could say I was in love. I was pleased with him, but didn't know the dark side that was coming in our marriage yet. Because why? I didn't ask for guidance. So I got in a whole hurricane and tornado. You understand? So now, let me tell you. Got married to him that day. And all I remember how bad I was crying earlier that day. And I said, this man is not my husband. Because God told me he was not my husband. Now, I know some of y'all going to say, oh, she's something wrong with her, this and that. But let me tell you something. I believe in God. Nobody can tell me nothing else. I believe in God. Okay? I believe in God. I can't sugarcoat none of this. I can't tell you no nonsense like other people do. No, no. I believe in God. I've been through some stuff. You understand? And God brought me out many times. So let's go back to the story at hand. So now we wedded, we got married, we lived together, of course, you know, and all type of hurricane and storm broke loose in our house because this man was a cheater. I ain't know. And the day we got married, well, before we got married that morning, God was telling me he was not my husband, but I didn't take heed to it. I was already in it too late. Now, if I would have prayed, like one of my sisters told me, one of my sisters from the church told me, I would have not even went through with the marriage. I would have just told him, no, let's just be friends. So this man was sleeping around with people at our job. We worked in the airport together. He slept around with a lot of women. He even was sleeping around with women in where he was, where he grew up at, you know, in Newark, all that stuff. He was doing nonsense. He was doing nonsense to me, mistreating me. Now me, I'm trying to do everything that I can to be a good wife. Mind you, I was not taught that. So I was just doing what I had saw on TV. But I know I was supposed to cook, and I know I was supposed to clean, and I know I was supposed to be kind to him, okay? And I know I was supposed to have relations, okay, on a daily basis. But he was having relations outside on a daily basis. So he couldn't handle my relations at home because he was doing all types of stuff outside. Now, 3 years into our marriage, we decided that, okay, it's not going to work. And I said, it's not going to work because I can't take it no more. He had a baby on me. You understand? He had brought a baby into our marriage. So that broke me. And I was like, I'm done. That's enough. I already learned my lesson. This is enough. So it was a big blowout that we got divorced. And we just had to part ways. But I'm going to tell you something. Even though all those bad things happened to me and happened to us, but I don't blame this man. You want to know why? Because I just was not the woman for him. You understand? I just was not the woman for him. We wasn't meant to be. You understand? So what I'm trying to tell you is that when something like this happens, right, and y'all divorce is painful. I don't care what you went through in your marriage, but getting divorced is painful. You see a lot of stars, they be all excited talking about, oh, I'm divorced, I'm happy, I'm liberated, I love myself more, this and that, all this nonsense that they say, right? I don't care if your marriage was good or bad and then you divorce. It's painful. Yes, it's painful, my dear. But people will have you out here believing that it's a liberation. Baby, it's not a liberation. You feel like you failed. That's how you feel. Because I know I felt like that. Okay? I remember an older woman, I was explaining this to her. She was church going woman that I had known. And she said to me, getting divorced is like taking a part of your soul. And I just looked at her, I said, wow. Now, I was taught this years before I got married. You understand? And so now when I did get divorced, that's how I felt. Even though what me and him been through was horrible, but I still felt bad. So you can imagine if I felt bad, he felt bad. So when we divorce our husbands, especially if they good ones, and we divorce them for no reason, they feel some type of way. And you will too. It's just that social media got you tripping, thinking that everything is all good. But baby, when the lights go off, when the cameras go off, baby, it's only you and yourself. It's only you and yourself. That you're going to have to come to terms with what you did and how you played a part in your divorce. And I'm only speaking from experience. Now, everybody in your family who's not married, they will tell you, oh, you did the right thing. You did the right thing. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. You know, you free now, right? That's what they tell you. But they don't tell you about the sleepless nights when you cry. They don't tell you about the nonsense that you have to go through. They don't tell you none of that stuff. Excuse me. They don't tell you none of that stuff. Excuse me, y'all. They don't tell you about the sleepless nights. They don't tell you about the pain that you have to go through. They only tell you things that they think sound right. Now, for all the women who think that they should go and get a divorce, my dear, I'm going to tell you something. Rethink that thing. Stop getting advice from your family members, your girlfriends, your mother, all of them that do not have a successful marriage. Stop getting advice from them, because misery loves company, my dear. You best believe it. Misery loves company. You understand? So I want to just stress this to you. Every marriage have problems. Every marriage have issues. But it's up to you to conquer them. You can't just go and divorce just because, oh, I'm not happy today. Oh, I don't feel like I'm loved. None of that stuff. You know how we make up stuff so that we can get divorced. We make up stuff. Oh, I don't feel fulfilled. That's what they say. Or they say, oh, I cared about everybody else but myself. So how do you think that man feel when he have to pay all those bills and take care of everything and work all those long hours to provide for you and those children? He tired too. I'm only explaining this to you is because we have this concept about marriage that they think marriage is so like all blue skies, no rain, no thunderstorm. Please. Now, I'm going to jump on something real quick and then I'm going to let you go. I'm going to finish my rant. When it was time for me to meet my true husband, this was in 2007, right? I met him. And I remember when he asked me to marry him. And I immediately prayed. I paid attention this time. I immediately prayed and asked God. And he told me real quick, yes, that's your husband. And I said, wait a minute. This is not really what I actually, thought that it would be like this. And I kept saying, is this real? And he said, yes, this is your husband. Even when I go through arguments and storms with my husband and hurricanes, baby, I have to ask God again, is this really my husband? And God tell me, yes, he's your husband. So I want to say this to you. Before you get married, pray about it. Before you decide to jump that broom, baby, pray about it. God will let you know if that man or if that woman is for you, so that you don't go waste 15, 20 years of your life and then you make up some story that I'm not happy. Because that's what we do to get out of our marriage. We say, I'm not happy. I'm not feeling loved. Instead of talking to your partner about it and working through it. And even when you look like you're tired of this person because, oh, I want to be with somebody else. I want to be with somebody new. Excuse me, guys. I want to be with somebody new. I want to be with somebody different. Baby, you better start switching up hairstyles. Growing out that beard. Change that hair color. Something. So that you start looking different to one another. Everybody, that's the end of my rant. Y'all have a good afternoon. If you like my content, if you like my page, please like and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you want to donate to my channel as well, you'll see it in my bio on YouTube, my Cash App. If you would like to donate, it's no, I don't want to make anybody do anything or tell you to do anything. Only if you want to. Everybody have a wonderful afternoon and y'all take it easy. And remember, before you get married, baby, pray about it. Take heed to the message, my dear.